Napoleon Bonaparte, written by David L. Trier. Focus question: who was Napoleon, and what was the effect of his rise to power? Words to know: alliances, ambitions, blockade, blockaded, casualties, czar, emperor, empire, exile, ideals, merit, monarchy, revolution. This content, a faithful decision. 4. The rise of Napoleon. 5. Reaching the top. 7. Expert administration. 8. Europe at war. 9. Death of Napoleon. 11. Napoleon's legacy. 14. Philosophy. 16. A faithful decision. Napoleon Bonaparte, the ruler of France, felt confident, one of the most notable military leaders of all time. He had conquered much of Europe since 1810. Many armies had been sent against him, but he beat most of them. He created an empire in Europe, but that empire would not last long. 1812, Napoleon decided to invade Russia. Russia was trading with Great Britain, France's main enemy. It was about the French. To protect his empire, Napoleon led a huge army into Russia to protect the alliance. Napoleon had little reason to doubt that he would conquer Russia. He was about to make the biggest mistake of his career. The rise of Napoleon. Napoleon was born in 1769 on Corsica, a French island in the Mediterranean Sea. His family was part of the Italian nobility. They remained on Corsica after France took over the island from the Italian Republic of Genoa that year before. Napoleon went from grade school to Corsica to study 2 military schools in France. Graduated the army Leonid in 17,008. 1789, the people of France rose up in revolution against their kings. The French Revolution ended the monarchy and had ruled France for centuries. The revolution was based on a number of ideals. In 1789, people of France rose in revolution against the kings. The French Revolution ended the monarchy and ruled France for centuries. The revolution was based on a number of ideals, including brotherhood of all citizens, freedom, religion, streaming by government. Many people thought revolution would make France a better country. In the early 1793, revolutionaries killed King Louis the 16th. The king's death led to the bloody period called Reign of Terror. During that time, Queen Mary Antoinette and many other powerful nobles were put to death. So many in the government killed led to a lack of strong leadership in France. This strict an opportunity for ambitious man to picture himself in control. Napoleon saw himself as that man. 1793, Napoleon was sent to fight British forces at the city Toulon in southern France. Great Britain and other European nations wanted to end the revolution, bring back the French monarchy. Their faith ideas revolution was threatening their own kingdoms. Napoleon drove the British out of Toulon. Because of the victory, he became a general at age 24. In 1793, some people within France also wanted to bring back the monarchy. These royalists led to an uprising in Paris in 1795. The Directory, a small group of men who led France into 1795, 1799, called Napoleon to stop the uprising. After Napoleon's success, the Directory made him the head of France's army. 1796, Napoleon married Josephine the Beautiful, a widow with two children. First husband was a general who was killed during the Reign of Terror. Napoleon's skill as a military commander was throughout France. Ambitions grew, size controlling the entire nation. Reaching the top, Napoleon continued to win many battles. In 1796, the Directory ordered him to use French forces in Italy to drive Austrian and Italian armies out of his country. Napoleon won a series of battles, claimed Italy for France. He turned to France as a hero. 2 years later, in 1798, Napoleon led a small army to Egypt to start British trade in the Middle East. He won several battles in Egypt, but then British naval fish defeated the French fleet in the Battle of Night. That loss blocked Napoleon's plans to send his army across the Channel to England. 1799, Napoleon overthrew the Directory and became the first consul on the Republic. Giving his powers of dictator. 1804, he crowned himself Emperor of France. With recent get rid of kings has now ruled by an emperor. Admiral Roger Nelson. Napoleon successfully in the Battle of European mainland, but at sea was thwarted by Great Britain seafaring Napoleon. Admiral Horatio on Nelson. Nelson was British commander of Battle of Nile and even by more important naval encounter, 1805. In October of that year, Brilliant tactics crushed French and Spanish fleet. Spain was an ally of France at the time. Battle of Trafalgar for the southwest coast of Spain. The victory ended for good Napoleon's hope for ever invading England. Europe at war. Napoleon wanted to build and rule an empire in Europe. The European nation wanted no part of French domination. They opposed Napoleon with their might. For a period of 12 years, 1803 and 1815, Napoleon war raged across Europe. Napoleon enlisted huge numbers of soldiers, including many conquered nations, devoted France's resources to waging war. The family, called Great Army, eventually total of 680,000 men. France's enemies formed a series of alliances aimed at ending Napoleon's ambitions, but he defeated them successfully. Emperor grew, stopped France and relative as he was rule of Congress to turn them into allies. Napoleon tried to cut off the money that constantly flowed overseas to British merchants. He forbade the nations of continental Europe to trade with British. French ships blockaded ports all across Europe to enforce the ban. Napoleon achieved one of his most significant victories in December 1805 at the Battle of Austerlitz, the area now known as Czech Republic, with 668,000 warriors, defeating 990,000 Russians and Austrians. In 1810, the French Empire reached its height with addition Holland, parts of now Germany. Napoleon was concerned that he had no heirs. He divorced Josephine and in 1810, Archduchess Mary Louise of Austria. In 1811, she gave birth to his son, Austin Napoleon. Despite the marriage, Austria refused to become France's ally. Napoleon met his final defeat at the Battle of Waterloo in Belgium, June 1818, against a mix of force between Austrian, British, Prussians, and Russians. With this defeat, Napoleon's wars finally ended. France's monarchy had restored for a time, though it was later replaced with a more representative form of government. Napoleon was exiled to the remote British island of St. Helena, South Pacific Ocean. The rest of his life there and died in 1821. Months later, returned to France and buried in Paris. Napoleon's legacy. Napoleon's idea have a major influence on modern policies. Napoleon's legacy also includes a new style of warfare, which all part nations are devoted to war efforts. Regardless of support, his battle tactics and main strategy was being studied at a military school around the world, still used in other ways. Napoleon was willing to sacrifice life to pursue ambitions. Bonaparte estimated 3 to 6 million deaths across Europe. Action left France in shambles. Still, Britain, Duke of Wellington, led the Allied force against Waterloo, as he was thought the greatest general of time, answered, "In this age, past age, in any age, Napoleon."